Hi there, and welcome to another edition of Computing with Kurt. I should start off right away by apologizing for my last couple of posts, how they were quite confusing and led to a lot of frustration and fear, I think, from a lot of staff. So what I want to do is I want to deal with the OneDrive again and how I want you to sync your report cards so that when you're working on them, you'll work on them in this folder, which will allow me access as well, or anyone else access at exactly the same time. And it'll make it secure as well, and you're not going to be messing up anyone else's folders. So big shout out and a big thanks to Mr. Beatty for making this possible, because without his help, I don't think I'd be able to figure this out. So the first step, what I want you to do is I want you to go to a website or however you access the Office 365 environment on the web. So I just go up here at the top of our website, Office 365. It'll open up a screen which gives me all my apps. So the one app I'm going into, of course, is the OneDrive. So I click on that. And what it'll bring me to is my files. Now, of course, your files will look different than mine, of course. Now, because I'm the owner, it doesn't look the same for me as it will for you. So I want to do it as if it's for you. So I'm going to go into my shared folder. Okay, so I click on my shared folder, and these are the shared folders I have. So I want you to focus on as if this is your folder. It would say something like Division 6 or whatever your division number is, because I did change the permissions now. So it should look a little different in your shared folder, because what the issue we were running into is people were accessing it, having editing rights, of course, and if they changed anything, it changed it for all of us. So I've changed that completely. You don't have access to everyone's reports. You only have access to yours, and in your folder, I also put all of the templates in case you wanted to grab any of the templates, and you can change them now without worrying about, okay, I've messed it up for everyone else. So pretending that this is my share folder like yours, I would see a report card or Division 6 or Division 9 or whatever division I am, or class templates or something like that. What I want you to do is I'm going to pretend this says that. Okay, so this is a folder that Lucky and I worked on last year. So this is the folder. I'm not choosing a file. You can't do this with specific files. You do this with folders. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the folder that I want to sync with my OneDrive. Okay, so I'm going to click on EdTech Planet. It'll open up a new window. This new window at the top will actually have a sync button. Okay, so here's the sync button. Here's all the files in that folder. So I'm going to sync this with my OneDrive now. Okay, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the sync button. I don't have to do any check marks here. Just push the sync button. Always open that. So I usually click that, open Microsoft OneDrive. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, you're now syncing. It says it's syncing it all. Yeehaw, that's a good thing. Okay, while it's doing that, I'm going to see how fast it actually is. So I'm going to go, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to minimize this and go to my original screen. Okay, so let's try to minimize all these things I have open. And what I'm going to do is I can access this in two ways. I can click on my OneDrive little icon over here, which I often use, or I can click over here, which is my my folders, okay, which you should all have as well. So I click on my folders. Okay, and what I would see is, so if this screen right here, I have my OneDrive right here, it's already opening right here. But what I want you to look at is there should be an SD41 as well. Okay, and when I click on that, you will see now that there's that folder I was talking about that I just synced. And now, if I work on any of these documents right now, these will be synced with whoever shared it with me. And of course, that was me in this case, sharing the report cards with you. This will allow me to access your report cards, enter in the parent comments that we had from the open house. It'll also allow you to work on it at the same exact time as your partner if you wanted to, although that'd be a little weird. But you have complete access. But this has the spillover effects with our students, like Google Classroom, of where we can work on projects together in collaboration. So this is a good collaborative way of accessing things. So now I'm going to be using this SD41 as my site, okay, that I access. I'm going to open up the documents, work in Word. So I'll double click on this and it'll open up my Word document. Okay, so if I do that, it'll open up my software program, my Office 365. And here's the EdTech plan that we're working on. Okay. And so now when I work on this, if Lucky also had this all open, he would see my changes and I would see his changes. And what would happen is that his name would pop up if he started working on this document as well. It would pop up here. All right. Hopefully this is much more helpful and will allow you to do your report cards properly this time without any of the confusion. All right. Happy reporting, everyone, and thanks for your patience.